JBN, we keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, police eye breakthrough after skeletal remains found in Lauriston, St. Catherine. Police investigators theorized that skeletal remains found in Lauriston, St. Catherine on Friday could be those of 26-year-old Sheldon Miles, who went missing a week earlier. The body was found in a decomposed state in a section of Lauriston called Pewsey Bush. Police operatives went into the community after they were alerted by residents to an odor that overwhelmed the community. Cadaver dogs from the Jamaica Constabulary Force K9 Division were also deployed. The clothing on the remains fits the description of what Miles was last seen wearing, investigators say. Miles, a laborer, reportedly returned to the community in recent months. The St. Catherine North Police Division, where Lauriston is located, has recorded a near 16% decline in murders for the period January 1 to August 28. 65 people were killed in the division, 12 fewer than for the corresponding period in 2020. Nationally, murders have soared by almost 10%. Education Ministry warns public against laptop scam. The Ministry of Education is warning the public against a payment scam involving laptops and tablet devices. The ministry says unscrupulous persons have been sending emails to students claiming that they have been gifted a tablet or a laptop and no need to pay $5,000 to collect the item. It says this is a scam. The Education Ministry stresses that it has no email address using moe.schoolbeneficiary.jm@gmail.com, nor is there any program requiring students to pay a fee to obtain a laptop or tablet from it. The provision of tablets and laptops through the official One Tablet or Laptop per Child initiative does not require students to pay any money to receive the devices. The public is being advised to be on the alert and not be fooled by this latest scamming attempt. Guns seized in Kingston and St. Catherine. The police are reporting the seizure of an illegal gun during an operation on John Street in Kingston 12 on Friday. It is reported a house was searched and a Smith & Wesson Springfield pistol, along with 14 9mm rounds of ammunition, was recovered. No one has been arrested in connection with the find. Over in St. Catherine, increased police and military operational activities across the St. Catherine South Police Division have resulted in the seizure of another illegal gun. On Saturday, September 4, sometime after 6 p.m., operatives of the division carried out a snap raid at a premises along Port Anderson Road. During the raid, a man was observed acting suspiciously and was searched, and a .38 burster pistol loaded with 4 live cartridges was reportedly seized from him. The man was taken into custody and is to be charged in relation to the gun find. Gunmen killed 2, torch house in Mudtown. Marauding gunmen killed 2 persons and torch a house in Mudtown, Papine on Saturday morning, escalating fears of gang violence in the area. Eyewitness reports are that the gunmen struck at a house in the community a few minutes after 7. After claiming the lives of 2 people, the gunmen then set fire to the house. Firemen who arrived were reportedly unable to gain access to the lane to extinguish the blaze and watched impotently as the fire raged, saying that the fire hose was not quite long enough to reach the residents located in a narrow dirt lane. The Constabulary Communications Unit, the information arm of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, confirmed the incident. Liberty and 2 others arrested. Senior Superintendent Michael Phipps, head of the Kingston West Police, says Leighton Liberty Coke, the brother of Christopher Dudus Coke, and 2 other men have been taken into custody as the police combat gang conflicts in the division. SSP Phipps said that Coke reported to the police on Thursday in the company of his attorney. SSP Phipps disclosed that the alleged leaders of the Striker Gang and the Screamers Gang are also in custody. The men were among 14 individuals listed as wanted by the Kingston West Police. SSP Phipps said an upsurge in gang conflicts has led to a spike in murders and shootings over the last few weeks. Government considering mandatory vaccination for healthcare workers. Attorney General Marlene Malahoo Fort says the issue of mandatory COVID-19 vaccination for healthcare workers is being actively considered by the government. The issue of vaccination for healthcare workers has become even more pressing following the recent deaths of 2 nurses, as well as revelations that a significant number of these critical personnel remain unvaccinated. Speaking on Friday in an interview, Malahoo Fort said no decision on the matter has yet been made, but she's hoping the workers will step up and get vaccinated voluntarily. It is my hope that healthcare workers who are trained in medicine and who understand the importance of medicine, who understand that we have had compulsory vaccination for children here, will do what is right, she urged. The government is careful about what it mandates, but the government also is clear about what steps need to be taken. A health pandemic with a highly contagious virus is something that all of us are affected by. So nobody can dig their toe in the sand and say that I'm holding out on my rights because your rights don't allow you to put my rights at risk, the Attorney General asserted. Malahoo Fort said she does not believe there is any doubt about whether mandating vaccination for healthcare workers could withstand legal scrutiny. I have been assessing attitudes of the courts across the globe on the pandemic and on rights, and I see a general difference with the executive and the legislative because it is understood that in matters where everyone is affected by the action of everybody else, that the court has to give special consideration to the executive to make decisions in the best interest of the governance of their nation, she pointed out. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has publicly stated that the government does not intend to institute vaccine mandates for the general population at this time. 687 new COVID cases in Jamaica, 26 more deaths. Jamaica recorded 687 new COVID-19 cases and 26 deaths on Saturday, bringing the infection total to 71,344 and the virus death toll to 1,619. The Ministry of Health and Wellness reported that the new cases comprise 417 females and 270 males with ages ranging from 68 days to 92 years. The cases were recorded in Kingston and St. Andrew, 154, St. Catherine, 101, St. James, 77, Manchester and Westmoreland, 55 each, Trelawney, 52, St. Mary, 51, Hanover, 47, Portland, 29, St. Elizabeth, 25, St. Thomas, 21, St. Anne, 13, and Clarendon, 7. The latest deceased comprise an 84-year-old male from Westmoreland, a 79-year-old male from Westmoreland, a 35-year-old male from Westmoreland, a 62-year-old female from St. James, a 60-year-old female from St. Catherine, a 34-year-old male from Westmoreland, a 68-year-old female from St. Elizabeth, a 74-year-old male from St. Elizabeth, a 51-year-old male from St. Catherine, a 91-year-old male from St. James, a 59-year-old female from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 91-year-old female from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 55-year-old female from St. Catherine, a 74-year-old female from St. James, an 87-year-old female from St. Elizabeth, a 74-year-old male from St. Elizabeth, a 76-year-old female from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 67-year-old male from Kingston and St. Andrew, a 57-year-old male from St. Elizabeth, a 94-year-old male from St. Elizabeth, a 58-year-old female from St. Elizabeth, an 8-year-old male from St. Elizabeth, a 36-year-old female from Trelawney, a 41-year-old female from St. James, a 46-year-old female from St. Elizabeth, and a 44-year-old male from St. Thomas. Jamaica has 20,464 active cases after 116 people recovered from the virus, bringing the total number of recoveries to 48,807. Currently, 720 people are hospitalized, 114 of which are severely ill, while 47 are critically ill and 175 are moderately ill. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.